It's your girl CC again. How are you? I'm back with another video. By this time, I should have my other video up with the live website audit I did. Make sure you guys check out that video after this video. Stay here, hold up, don't go nowhere. Check out that video and so you can see kind of like a hands-on perspective of what I be talking about with these crunchy ass websites, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just give you guys 8 main things that need to be on your website if you do decide to make your website on your own, or you can't afford to get your website professionally built at this time. 8 things that you need to make sure you have on your website for sure before you launch your website. The first thing is going to be to the point branding. When I say to the point branding, I'm talking about your homepage. Do not put a picture of yourself on your homepage. Your customers don't want to see a picture of you. They want to see what the hell you selling, what you done convinced them to click on your website and even look at it in the first place. They don't want to see a picture of you. They don't care about your life story, all this extra. If you want to have an About Us page and you want to talk about your branding, how it was developed, all that good stuff, that's great. Do that, but don't put that on your homepage, okay? In your menu as a menu option so that if your customers want to go look at it, they can go look at it. I always think it's a good idea to have some type of banner going out with the store for the most important information you want to get across. So if you have a sale, if you're trying to give off like the vibe of your business, something like that on the top of your website, the first thing that everybody looks at, it's really important to make sure that it's presentable. So that I always think is a good idea. If not a banner, straight to the point, I guess, with products, but I would put a banner on your home. Don't just put anything random. Don't just buy some weak ass banner off of Etsy and background remove a picture of you, you know, looking cute and shit, and then pop it on the banner and put your logo in the middle and put that on your home. That's not what I'm talking about. Try to do a little more, guys. Try to get the vibe, you know? Try to get the vibe of your business. Just make sure it looks professional. Even if you have to do that, just try to make sure it looks professional. It looks neat. You're not floating in the middle of the fucking banner. Ciao, why am I like this? I don't mean to be this way, y'all. Listen. Don't take me serious. I laugh at stuff because it's funny. I've been there. I've done all this shit. So I can laugh about it, guys. Like, I'm laughing with you, not at you. Just know that. Second one. I noticed a lot of people have been mimicking their websites off of other smaller boutique owners. That's not what you want to do. If you're going to mimic your website off of anybody, look at a bigger brand and see what they're doing and mimic them. Don't mimic people that are on your level. Mimic people that are at the level that you're trying to get at if you're going to mimic a website. They have their website constructed the way they do for a reason. They have their websites professionally built. And everything is set up for a reason. Nothing's just random. Nothing's just on their store just to be on their store. The third thing is going to be make sure all of your products have good descriptions. Every single one of them. Do not half-ass descriptions. That's default descriptions that say size, hem, all that random bulleted point descriptions and shit y'all copied off of Fashion Go or AliExpress or wherever. Okay? If you want to put that on your products, you can put that below your description just to give them that extra information. But your description should not be that damn crunchy. They shouldn't. Talk about your product. I went over this before with the girl that I was just coaching. Hey boo. Her name is The Real Big Fine. I'm gonna give her a little shout out. She has grown so much in her boutique and we have accomplished a lot, okay? Me and her just finished doing like an ads course and she's made so much money. She's doing really, really well. And her boutique is beautiful. The presentation of her website was already really, really good when I got to her. So we didn't need to redo her website or anything like that, but her descriptions were ass, okay? Her descriptions were obviously stock descriptions. They told you nothing about the product. They didn't give you the vibe of the product. They didn't strike any type of emotion to the customer. So when I do my descriptions, for example, I'm gonna read one of them just to give you guys an example so you can kind of, a description on one of my top sellers is my double snatch waist trainer. This one right here. This is my website. I'm gonna just read you the description for this. Very short, to the point, but it evokes emotion and it speaks to your customer. It explains what they're gonna get, the experience they're gonna get by wearing the product, where they can wear the product, how they can wear the product, and what it's gonna do for them. I know I said that really, really fast. I'm gonna try to bullet it here. But if you can kind of use that as a blueprint for how you do your descriptions, that would be bomb, okay? All of them, every single one of them. Don't be lazy about it. So the description says, this waist trainer was designed specifically for natural women to help strengthen your core, bind your muscles back together, and dissolve stomach, back, and waist fat. So I'm already telling you what the value of it is, what it does, what's the purpose, why would you even buy it, you know? It says who it's for. I know that there's a crowd of natural women that would benefit from this product. You see, I'm not trying to target everybody. when I'm writing my descriptions, because my products are not for everybody. Your products are not for everybody. Speak to your customer and don't be afraid to kind of generally pool, some people that would enjoy this product. Don't leave people out, of course, but I know that there's more natural women than there's anything else, so it's not really going to cost me no money to just say that it's for natural women, because that's what it's for. Honestly, that's what my brand is centered around. I keep going and I say this waist trainer is for the women who are serious about getting their body to its sexiest natural physique. Don't that sound like, ooh, okay, sexy, natural, curvy, boom, pow, like, okay, I like that, And then it says the design of our waist trainer stretches from the upper back to smooth out back fat and creates a sexy flat stomach from the top of your stomach to the pubic area. The waist trainer prevents weight gain in your abdominal area and dissolves the fat in your stomach without causing excess sweating. You can bend, stretch, and even twerk in our perfected design. Wear your waist trainer for 1 to 3 hours a day for best results. This description was maybe 5 lines, but it gave a shit ton of information. A shit ton, okay? It's not super long. It didn't take me forever to figure it out. What I do when I do my descriptions, I voice type them so that it comes naturally, instead of just trying to write something out. For some reason, for me, it comes more natural when I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I answered a lot of questions that a lot of women would have. In the waist trainer, I know my industry really well. I know the top concerns that people have when they buy waist trainers. They don't like that sometimes the bottom of their stomach hangs out, their fupa, or different things like that. So that's why I said it stretches from here to here. So you already know, okay, I don't have to worry about that. How long do I have to wear it for it to work? I put that in there. Also, some girls don't want to be sweaty as hell all damn day. So I, make sure I let them know, hey, this design, it doesn't make you sweat excessively. It might make you sweat a little bit, but you're not going to sweat excessively. But you don't put that. I would never put, you might sweat a little bit. Don't put anything negative about your product. Just try to highlight the positives of your product in your description, if that makes sense. So instead of me saying, you might sweat a little bit, I put, you won't sweat excessively. It's the same thing, but I'm making the product sound good instead of trying to give you cons to the product. One of them sounds like it's talking shit about the product. The other one sounds like it's like, oh, okay, this is cool. That's a good thing, I'm not guaranteeing that you ain't gonna sweat. Girl, you might sweat. Shit, if it's a hot day and your ass is out there in that tight ass waist trainer, yes, you might sweat. Duh. But you don't want to promise them no, you're not gonna sweat a drop, because then you're lying and then people are gonna want a refund. So yeah, descriptions are very important. Fourth thing is gonna be realistic pricing. I know you guys kind of already hear me talk about this all the time. Make sure you do your market research. You see what competitors are charging for their products. Make sure your presentation is giving the price that you're asking for. If your website looks crunchy, I'm not spending a bunch of money on your products. I'm not. And don't use that as an excuse to put less effort into your presentation on your website. Make sure your website's always look professional. Everything does not have to be luxury, okay? Just for you to charge more. Just make sure it's professional, it's neat, and it's good quality, and people will be willing to pay what you're asking them to pay. I have my 3 top competitors always in my mind. I see how much they charge for their products, and I compare when I charge for mine. That's not saying that I won't charge more than what they will, but I'm not gonna unreasonably raise my prices to 2 or 3 times that amount, and I have not marketed my products as being worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm selling the same shapewear as Shape LX, right? I already see what they're giving. The vibe they're giving the customers, this works, this makes you look really good in your clothes, it smooths you out, this does this does that. And I'm providing that same type of quality when I'm posting the same product. Why would they buy from me? The exact same, right? I'm showing the same thing. It'll make your outfits look really good, whatever. I'm basically copying their marketing, or, I'm just not doing anything a step up from them. Then you could assume that the smartest thing for me to do is either price my products maybe the same or a little bit under so that I can be competitive and that they can come to me because they are perceiving the same quality compared to me and that other brand. What I do instead is I try to take a different angle in my business and I try to give more of a vibe, a lifestyle. I try to make sure that I show natural bodies. I try to make sure that I give a feeling, you know what I mean? More of an emotion. It's not just good shapewear, you know what I mean? My competitor brands, they usually just show good shapewear that works. My brand is more focused around really good shapewear that works, but a vibe, an experience, a lifestyle. It's supposed to give you more. So I can afford to raise my pricing a little bit because people are gonna buy. They're not just buying because the shapewear works really well. They're buying because shit, this brand fun as hell. You know, the girls look cute, they're relatable. I feel comfortable here. You know, I trust them because I actually like them, I like their personalities, it's relatable, stuff like that. So make sure your pricing is realistic for what you're selling. Because your pricing being off, your pricing even being too low is going to be a turn off because people might perceive it as low value. Your pricing being too high might just be like, girl, you tripping, I'm not spending that much motherfucking money on this motherfucking shirt or whatever the hell it is you sell, okay? The fifth thing is going to be payment options. Make sure you guys apply for Afterpay, Sezzle, all that good stuff, and have those payment options available on your website. A lot of people use those, and they are extremely helpful, and they will generate money for you. Not everybody is able to spend the full price amount right now, and sometimes it looks really appealing to just pay fucking $10 every 2 weeks and I can get the product right now. People love that. I love that shit. It's like fucking layaway, but I get my shit immediately, you know? The next thing is going to be brand colors. Make sure you think about your brand colors. There's actually an article I read about a year ago about brand colors and how different colors invoke different emotions on people. I remember it was talking about like how orange usually gives a vibe of trust and beauty and health or something like that, and that's why Ulta uses orange. And that a lot of makeup brands, they use the same colors. A lot of clothing brands, they use certain colors for certain things. If you guys look at my website is black. The reason I have my website black is because it gives luxury, it gives high value, it gives quality. This is a psychological thing that's been proven. That's how we perceive things when we see them, when we see certain schemes. When we walk into a store and we see that it's all black, usually it's a luxury store, it's a nicer store. You see like marble floors, stuff like that. You think high end. You know you're gonna go in there and you're gonna spend money. You're not gonna go in there and see $10, $15 prices. So make sure you're invoking that emotion that matters most in your business. The seventh thing is gonna be your menu. Make sure that your menu is set up where I can look at whatever I wanna look at easily. Have menu options for the different categories of items on your store. So if you sell clothing, make sure you have categories for jumpsuits, shorts, jackets, shirts, bottoms, tops, all that good stuff. Make sure you have those categories and you don't just have shop or home or catalog, that regular bullshit that the website start off with. Don't do that, guys. That doesn't look professional and it's not user friendly at all. If I want to look at all your jumpsuits, I want to see all your jumpsuits, you know? I don't have to type in jumpsuit and then you done named all your product, everything but jumpsuit, and I can't even find what I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? Put yourself in your customer's perspective and ask yourself, would I be able to navigate through this website? Is it neat? Is it set up easy? Would I understand what's going on? And go from there. And if you're unable to kind of put yourself in that perspective, ask a family member or ask a friend. And not the friend that's going to tell you what you want to hear. A friend that's going to be honest with you. No, I do store audits. I'll give you a very detailed audit about every single thing on your store. If you're interested, the link will be below. And the last thing is going to be your policies. Make sure you have policies set up on your store. And I highly suggest, if you need to get your policies done, I would hire somebody to do it unless you have experience in the legal field, because it will cause you problems if you don't make sure you think those out really, really well. And be very specific with what you say in your policies. New customers, they want to read your policies. They want to know what's your return policy, your shipping policy. They want to know that they can trust you. And what if something goes wrong? What are you guys going to do to help me? Don't be funky as hell and have like no refunds, no exchanges under no circumstances because you just don't want to deal with shit. Don't be that person, okay? I wouldn't buy from you. And your customers aren't going to buy from you either because nobody wants to see that, you know? Conduct yourself professionally. Make sure you give a shit about your customers, okay? You're asking for their hard-earned money. You should have things in place where if they have an issue, they can resolve it. They feel comfortable to speak with you. They don't feel like they're already shut down and it's just buy my shit. If you don't like it, oh well, sucks to suck. You've already bought it, I got your money. Don't be that type of business person, okay? Don't do that. Have your policy set up. Again, if you need help with your policies, I also have something for that below if you're interested. If you're not, that's fine. You can also go on Fiverr. You can find people that can do your policies for you. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you can't afford to get your website professionally done, don't feel down about it. There's no big deal. Just make sure it's professional and at least has these things. I guarantee you, even if you put your store together yourself and you have these things, you will see some type of traction on your store. Stress yourself out though trying to do this. Like if you notice it's taking you way longer than expected, it's frustrating, it's hard. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. I'm always available. Not always available, but I'm available sometimes. You can send me an email. I can try to point you in the right direction with resources, stuff like that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching again. It's your girl Cece. Make sure you like and subscribe on this video, and thank you for coming. Close your eyes to get away. Make my mind and I know
friendship.